Hello, my loves. I am Mystic Goddess with your general reading. This reading is for everyone of every zodiac sign. So let's tap in and see what's coming through for you. Give me messages, please, Holy Spirit, for everyone that watches this reading when it comes to love. You already have cards flying out. Give me the truth, please, Holy Spirit, for everyone that watches this reading when it comes to love. 2 more shuffles. All right, so let's see what comes out here. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, you have, I need to tell you how I truly feel. So someone has been obviously holding back their feelings. And for many of you, it's because they're terrified. All right. This is someone who does not feel comfortable being vulnerable. They could also be worried about how you'll respond to them. Now, as I was shuffling, you had a few cards that came out. You have release, burn letter. You are my destiny. And you also have, I just feel like sorry wouldn't be enough to make up for everything I've put you through. This person knows they did too much. And they're well aware that sorry is not going to be enough to make up for their wrongdoing. They're worried that you have released them permanently. Now, with the card coming out crossing, it lets me know that this person doesn't want to lose you. They don't want you to let them go. Some of you have even prayed over releasing this person, but that message is not for everyone, so please don't force it to fit. But I will tell you, if you're having trouble releasing this person and you really are ready to let them go, pray over it. It's time for you to hit those knee prayers. This person messed up tremendously, all right? They feel as though God has been holding them accountable for hurting you. The two of you were meant to meet. I feel like this person is well aware of that. They can feel that you are a part of their destiny, or at least meeting you was a part of their destiny. But they screwed up tremendously, okay? And this release card lets me know that your spiritual team, the divine, doesn't take kindly nor lightly to what this person has done. It's like your spiritual team, they have their foot on this person's neck and they're not letting go. They're making this person pay. And many of you have been shielding this person from their karma. Once you completely detach from them, all hell is going to break loose. They think they're feeling away now. All hell is about to break loose. You were sent into this person's life with a divine purpose, okay? But they mishandled you. They took you for granted. So now they have to deal with the consequences of that. They're also worried that you're not going to forgive them. Like you're holding on to whatever it is that they have done. At the top of the deck, you have, I'm going to make this up to you. So someone's going to be coming back around. They're going to be spinning the block. This person is going to be coming back in to try and reconcile with you. Okay? Just make sure that if you do allow this person back into your life, you do not accept the bare minimum. Also, this release card coming out crossing lets me know that this person is holding on to certain habits, characteristics that are no longer aligned with them, that are not of their highest good, but they're kind of stuck in their ways. So it's really hard for them to let go. Give me another card. Give me messages, please, Holy Spirit. Thank you. I'm addicted to you sexually. So if you've ever had a sexual encounter with this person, they are addicted to you. If you haven't had an intimate encounter with this person, I feel like they would become addicted to you if the two of you were to engage. in a sexual encounter. With I'm jealous being at the bottom of the deck. This person is jealous or envious at the thought of you dealing with anyone else on an intimate level. At the top of the deck, you have spiritual growth. They're also jealous of your growth. They're well aware that you've outgrown them. It's also giving energy of this person sending energy at you. So just make sure that you're protecting yourself. Now, I'm not saying that they're sending anything negative or anything such as that, but I do feel like some of you could start to feel this person's thoughts, or the telepathy could be really strong, either now or in the near future. Give me another card. I keep hearing downplay. You have the abused card here. So this person may be trying to downplay the things that they've done to you. Okay? They may be trying to downplay the damage that they caused. For some of you, they may have even tried to downplay you to an extent. It's just coming out like this person tried to dim your light. At the top of the deck, you have I need you and your pure love. So this is someone who's well aware that your love is pure. They're well aware that you have a genuine nature about you. They're not used to meeting people like that. So I feel like they took your love for granted. They may have even abused your forgiving nature. You came into this person's life to make them better. Now, that doesn't mean that you're perfect, but I do feel like you were sent into this person's life to be a blessing. Give me another card. Also, this person has spiritual gifts, but I feel like their gifts are restricted because they would abuse them. All right, you have when I'm around you energetically, can you feel me? I traded in gold for Chuck E. Cheese coins. I'm getting so much bad karma right now. I know God is protecting you from me. Thank you for the confirmation, Holy Spirit. I was just telling you guys that the divine and your spiritual team, they do not take lightly what this person has done. And a lot of the karma they're receiving, it's reminding them of how they treated you. And the crazy thing is, I feel like this person tried to groom you to believe that you were deserving of this type of treatment. So they know that the two of you have a telepathic connection, but they also question it. Probably because they've never had that type of connection with anyone before. For some of you, this person could have made something or someone else a priority over you. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this person was supposed to make you the center of their world, but whatever they put over you was something surface level, or it was something that did not add value to their life at all. They could have even traded in their potential to have a beautiful connection with you for someone who doesn't add value to their life at all. I mean, how can you trade in gold for Chuck E. Cheese coins? What a fool. I feel like when it comes to you, you bring a lot to the table, but on a really deep level that you may not even be aware of. A lot of the energy that you have given to this person, how can I put this? It's something that elevates them on a soul level, but it's giving energy like they traded that in for something that it's almost led by the flesh, or something that just doesn't have any value or doesn't add to them in any way, especially not on a soul level. Something that's actually lacking value at all. Because you got to think about it. If you go to Chuck E. Cheese and you have a lot of coins, I mean, yeah, you're doing your thing. Like, you're wealthy in Chuck E. Cheese. But once you step outside of Chuck E. Cheese, I mean, those coins are pretty much worthless. And that's the energy that this person has been in. Gold has a lot of value. There's a lot that you can do with gold. But those Chuck E. Cheese coins, I mean, they're fun while you're in Chuck E. Cheese, but outside of it, it's worthless or pointless to have. So it lets me know that this person made selfish decisions out of ego. I don't want to say that it is leading to their own destruction, but I feel like it has led them down a dead end road. So they're definitely getting karma at the moment. At the top of the deck, you have, I'm sorry I abandoned you. So this person could have chosen someone else over you. Now for others, I feel like this person made you feel abandoned even while the two of you were connecting with each other. And what I mean by that is you may have been left to carry certain burdens on your own. There were many times when you had to be there for yourself. They were not there for you the way that you were there for them. Like, you had to learn to be strong on your own. You did not feel as though you were in a partnership with someone who was reciprocating what you were bringing to the table. And I feel like there may have even been times when they would do wrong by you and abandon you and leave you to deal with it on your own without explanation. It's like you had to learn how to give yourself closure. You had to learn to be okay with no apology or a half-assed apology. Excuse me for cussing. Please save a spot for me in your heart. So again, this is confirmation that this person is going to try to make their way back to you. Your spiritual team is turning this person every which way but loose. They are not playing with this person. And those of you who have stepped out of the way, that's exactly what your spiritual team was waiting for. They were waiting for you to get back. Just get back so that you don't feel the effects. Because, you know, sometimes you have to be careful with certain people because whatever they're going through it for a reason. And if you go trying to fix things for them, you could end up getting your hand tapped. You don't want to feel that whip. Especially when it doesn't have anything to do with you. You don't want a whooping that is not yours. A spiritual whooping, to be exact. That's not yours. It's not yours to endure. Their demons are not yours to fight. They're not even showing up to fight their own demons. No one compares to you. And that's exactly why they want you to save a place for them in your heart. Give me another card. Also, if this person knows that you're spiritually gifted, they may accuse you of abusing your gifts. Like, for example, if you have, like, let's say that you have the gift of clairvoyance or you have a really strong intuition. If any of you are into reading cards or anything such as that, if you know how to manipulate energy, they may have accused you of using your gifts in an abusive manner when in reality, I feel like that was their way of trying to get you to dim your light, to get you to not use your gifts for your highest good. Also, that they can keep you blind so that they could keep you stuck. I'm not going to stay on this reading too long because it's actually pissing me off. I just feel like sorry wouldn't be enough to make up for everything I put you through. Damn right it wouldn't be enough. At this point, them getting on their knees wouldn't be enough. They're willing to do anything except change. That's the only thing that this person hasn't tried and stuck to. Is changing their ways. What a fool. All right, you have cleansed your space here. Okay. And that card fell out right on top of please save a spot for me in your heart. Your spiritual team is like, baby. Cleanse your space and, cleanse your heart. At the top of the deck, you have player from the Himalayas. So I feel like this is someone who played with you in different ways. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be that this person is a cheater. For some of you, they very well could have been. But I feel like this is someone who just thinks that they are the smartest one in the room or that they can outsmart people. I feel like this person would do things, and when you would call them on it, they would try and play on your intelligence. Like they wanted you to dumb yourself down. And even if they are a player, they haven't met anyone else that can compare to you, and they won't. I don't care. They can search high and low, looking for someone who can stand next to you on your worst day, and they still would come up short. They still wouldn't be able to find anyone else to replace you. And that's a part of their karma. Losing you is a part of their karma. Even if you haven't completely released this person yet, losing you is this person's karma. At the bottom of the deck, you have I wasn't ready for you then, but I'm working on it now. So this person is admitting that they were not ready for someone like you. You belong to me. It doesn't matter who we're with. So even if they're involved with another person, this is someone who truly expects you to sit around waiting on them. Yeah, they have very possessive energy over you. And the crazy thing is, they knew they were not ready for someone like you when they met you, but they're so selfish that they couldn't let you get away. So they may have pretended to be someone that they're not. They pretended that they had more to bring to the table than they actually truly had. So it's going to be so important for you to operate out of self-love. I know your husband/wife material. So it's really giving that this person thinks that they can just save you for last. After they go out and have their fun and are burnt out and wore out, fried, dyed, and laid to the side, they think they can just come back in and settle down with you after they're all worn out. Give me another card. All right. I almost let them destroy our connection. If you notice, that came out on top of please save a spot for me in your heart. So they're saying that they almost allowed someone else to destroy the connection between the two of you. Now, this could have been a meddling friend, a meddling family member, someone who was jealous, could have even been a third party lover. But this is confirmation that even if they did move on with someone else, or if they started to walk a different path, if the two of you split ways, they still want to be with you. All right, you have our separation still affects me, and that card came out in reverse. So this is someone who's been pretending. They have been pretending to be unaffected by whatever has happened between the two of you. They pretend to be unbothered when in reality, you're the last person on their mind before they fall asleep at night. And this is definitely confirmation of what I was telling you guys in the last reading that I did about you being on this person's mind, especially when they're alone, specifically at night. During the day, they walk around like they're unaffected, like they're unbothered. They're really good at pretending. They're really good at pretending. Okay. They've been pretending all of their life. But then when it's time to lay down, you're the last person on their mind. They think about you all the time. I need to talk to you, but I'm afraid to reach out. So if you haven't heard from this person, if there hasn't been any communication as of recently, or even if the communication has not been consistent, they do want to talk to you. They do want to reveal how they feel. They want to reveal what they're going through, but they're afraid to reach out to you because they're terrified of how you will respond to them. Now, for others of you, this person could be reaching out to you, but they're not telling you everything. At the top of the deck, you have, I'm working on healing my unhealthy and toxic ways. So when they do come in, they're going to want you to think that they're working on bettering themselves. Our union will happen in this lifetime. So I do feel like this person will eventually get it right. They will eventually change, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take a long time. And I would not encourage any of you to wait on this person to get it right. You snooze, you lose. You know, they can't expect for you to remain in the connection when there are no call, no show. It just doesn't work that way. You need to fire and rehire. That's all it is to it. I mean, life be lifing. So, you know, it just doesn't, this fairy tale world that they live in, it just doesn't work that way. This is someone who's coming off like they have Peter Pan syndrome. And don't get me wrong, okay? I know it sounds like I'm tearing into this person. And I'm not going to make any excuses for that. I'm not saying that they haven't gone through anything. I do feel like this person has suffered some type of abuse throughout their life. But everyone has been traumatized in some way. Everyone has trauma. So it's not okay for hurt people to hurt people. This is someone who chooses to be a product of their environment. They have chosen not to change. We've all been through things. So what we're not going to do is use childhood traumas to excuse being a crappy person, being a crappy adult. We're not doing that. We have to start holding people accountable. They're admitting that you have their whole heart. Okay. And that staying away from you is the hardest thing that they've ever had to do. Also, when the two of you broke things off, or before the two of you separated, what they said to you still haunts them because they didn't mean it. And this is confirmation of what I was telling you guys before about this person being in energy of, I didn't mean to say that. I want to say that was in the last reading that I did. So this is definitely piggybacking. Them saying mean things, doing mean things, being passive aggressive. And then, oh, I didn't mean it, or you took it the wrong way. You're just too sensitive. You're insecure. There's always some type of excuse. They need to get it together. Time waits for no one. There's so much that I want to say, but it's going to be too petty, and I don't want to come off like I'm like I'm unprofessional. But y'all, you guys are really about to see another side, because I'm sick of it. Like I'm tired of being restrictive when it comes to how I express myself during these readings. I try not to step on people's toes. And I try to be considerate of everyone. I call it showing people grace. But there are times when you have to just say it like it is. And don't get me wrong, I always do. But I really soften it. I soften it. I've told many of you before, I have Sagittarius sun, Aries rising and a Cancer moon. So you do the math. Yeah, it gets real crazy, especially when I'm passionate about something, but I gotta care. I gotta care to get pissed off. I gotta care. And I care about you guys. That's why stuff like this triggers me. But they're definitely getting their karma. And that doesn't mean that any of you want them to. It doesn't mean that you're wishing any bad luck on them or anything such as that. But hey, the scales have to be balanced. It is universal law. You cannot walk around mistreating God's people. They messed with people, mistreated people, hurt people. They've been doing this for a very long time. They've been doing it for a long time, but not really feeling the consequences of it. But God, okay? Until they met you, they messed with the wrong person. You were sent into their life to be a mirror, to show them themselves. They couldn't handle it, so they started mistreating you. They couldn't handle their deep feelings for you. So they projected onto you, not knowing that you were the blueprint all along, not knowing that you were sent into their life as a blessing. So now they're feeling the wrath. That's all it is to it. And it's just they're getting what they've put out. But in the meantime, I want you guys to make sure that you remain balanced. Continue working on yourself. I'm so proud of you for that, because regardless of whether this is a twin flame or this is a karmic lover or a soulmate, regardless of who the person is, it's really all about you and your growth, your spiritual lessons, your evolution, you evolving. It's all about you. Take your power back by no longer making it about them. Stand in your power. All right. Gotta go before I start preaching. That is the reading, everyone. If you guys resonated with this or if you liked this reading, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you as a part of the Mystic family. I love each and every one of you guys so much. You take care. Be safe. Until next time. Bye.